we're actually coming to the forefront with the technology now. So I think that gives us a real edge among our competitors. What I see happening with service-based industries. So I grew up in the Northern Rivers in New South Wales, and it's pretty much been dominated by service-based industries and the trades. There's a lot of work in that space, but it's also very competitive. Where I started seeing friction or where people may have been having problems, I know for this area in the Northern Rivers, particularly the property market has fueled the need for trades and service-based businesses to be here because property is expensive, which means there's a lot of money in that local economy, which means these professions can get a lot of work, which also means that then a lot of people decide to work in this space. And so what I saw was one of two problems. Either they have too much work and they're drowning in administrative tasks, or they are perhaps falling behind and can't get enough clients to keep money coming in the door, or to scale the business, or to grow the business, to put more staff on. That can be fixed by two ways. So the first way that we would help people that have enough work is actually giving them their time back, because trades don't necessarily want to scale like a commercial enterprise or a tech company has goals to do. I know this because pretty much my whole friend group is in this space, and a lot of people they know, they just want more time on the weekends. They want to be able to go surfing. They want to be able to go to the pub in the afternoon. They want to be able to see their friends and their family. So that means they need to have the revenue, but they also want to have the time to do all these things. They're also very good at their jobs. I find tradespeople are exceptional at what they do. And so where Freewave has come in to help this industry is to allow them to do more at what they're really good at, essentially being on the tools. And now some business owners may also not want to be on the tools. What we can do is give them that option. If they want to be on site and work and make as much revenue as they possibly can, or if they want to have a business that's so systemized and so set up that they can literally step out of it and the business will still run. That's where we come in to help, introducing new technology, introducing better business process management, more efficient operating systems, so they're spending less time on admin. So if they're spending 2 days a week working on their books, working in the office, our aim is to cut that to 1 day or half a day. Potentially no days of administrative work. Maybe it's a couple of hours a week or a couple of hours a fortnight, because the technology and the digital infrastructure is doing all that work for you. On the contrary, for businesses that may want to grow, they might want to put more staff on. If it's a single operator, they might just want a bit more consistent work. The objective is then to build a pipeline or build the infrastructure around attracting leads and then capturing those leads and then funneling into a job management system. What that allows us to do is to have control of how much work this business would have. It's like turning a tap on, turning a tap off. The more control a business has, the better decisions that they can make. And so you can really then choose how busy you want to be, how much time you want to spend in the business, how large you like to grow, how many staff you'd want to put on. The digital infrastructure that we build around these businesses allows them to make those choices.
Why is Freewave different than another business that might come in here and tell them these things?
What I've noticed is a lot of businesses in a similar vein as Freewave. So they may be a marketing agency or they may be a business coaching agency. They do one or two things. They either tell the client what they need to do, and then the client needs to go and then find their own time and money and resources to then do those things, or they'll purely just implement, and they won't provide any strategy or any training around why they did those things. The idea with Freewave is to combine both the strategy and the implementation. I find that that's the best value, because we're going to help you figure out what you need to do, but then we're also going to go in and build the things for you, and then we're going to stick around, if you would like us, to make sure that everything runs properly. A lot of my education and training has always said that you need to productize your business, and you need to have a cookie cutter approach, because that's the best way to build revenue. But I just couldn't find myself moving into that space, because every single business is different. It's nuanced, and they need a particular way, a particular process, a particular set of technologies that's going to suit them the best. I've took it on myself to be the consultancy, to be the agency that actually will provide that service for business, because there's too many out there that don't.